Greetings and salutations and good evening. We are here only because the Forgeling demanded it. So here we are. What do you want? Yeah, go on. Yeah, what do you want? Tell us. We're just waiting for you. What do you want, Forgeling? Huh? Huh? Is this what you want? Are you happy now? Sorry. He brings this out in me. I don't know why. Anyway, hi guys, my name's Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and we are playing Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, Curse of Strahd, our very, very Lovecraftian / gothic horror adventure featuring these wonderful people who are the patrons to my channel that have come to join me on this amazing journey. Of course, you may recognize we have a new person joining us, meaning we have a full table of 6. I am very, very pleased and excited to introduce everyone to Marcus, who is our newest Mythic Patreon. Welcome in.
Oh, and thank you.
Yay! All right. Now we're not going to go too deeply into Marcus's character just yet, but we will come back to it. But yes, we are of course going to be continuing our adventures into Castle Ravenloft, where our heroes are trying to find a way out, as well as trying to find the skull of a dragon. But more on that in just a moment. Before we get started, however, we want to take a quick moment to thank the sponsors of our channels, Hero Forge for the wonderful artworks you can see on screen, Fantasy Grounds for the wonderful soundtrack that you can hear throughout the course of the game. And, of course, to Fantasy Grounds, our VTT of choice, where you can see all of the cool action happening. We've also got some cool Fantasy Grounds stuff to show you guys off in a minute. So, yeah, cool stuff. Thank you, of course, to you guys, the audience, who have just subscribed. I see that we have just now getting a close hype train. Thanks to Jasmine, Forgeling, and Nyx. Thank you so much for the subs. Big love. And Liska coming in with the sub. Thank you so much. And kicking off that hype train. Now, as you guys know, I like to reward my players with stuff that the audience does. So, this hype train will give a curative to our players. They will find a special bomb that will have a number of charges in it equal to the hype train number. And that will cure any status effect or ailment that our heroes undergo. So if they're poisoned, they can slap on some of this balm, it'll cure them. If they're confused, smack on some of the balm. It's basically the D&D version of Windex, okay? You just spray it on a wound, it's fine. All right, so without any further ado, let's find out about these characters and what we can expect in today's game, starting with none other than our friend Kyle from Play Nerd Allies, playing the role of Ipselus.
Hello! Yes, I'm playing this fabulous little ranger who used to be a simic hybrid and is now a human after trying to rip the soul out of a Dracolich.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what happened.
Yep.
All right. Next up, of course, in our list of miraculous misfits, we have none other than the Gog, our chronomancing Goliath, played by the wonderful and incredibly talented Neil from Immersion Diversion. G'day, mate.
Hello. Yes, I play Magog, and he is a teacher looking for his students currently, and so far have found 2 out of the 3, and one of them being deceased. So sad. Oh no, I'm sad now. And we're back at the place where I found him. No! No!
There is no escape.
No.
Next on our list of wonderful characters is none other than the indomitable Argento, our Dragonborn Paladin, Knight of the Silver Paladin Order, played by Iron Ghost Gamer Charles.
How's it going, mate?
Going freaking awesome. And we have just hit level 2, so that's going to be fantastic for you guys. So thank you to our lovely audience who are rocking in the bits and all of the big hype. Thank you so much. Let's go. Tell us a little bit about Argento.
Oh, Argento's just a typical Dragonborn Paladin, I guess. Well, maybe not. Anyhow, he's here basically to find and kill Strahd, even though that may not be the outcome. But in his mind, that's what will be the outcome. Let's leave it at that. That's what Argenta's here to do.
Argenta's like, I will do it. No one will
Yes.
say,
It's you or I, one or the other. There cannot be two.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, you definitely want to get into those do or die situations with like Strahd. You know, ultimatums I think are his weakness. It's on his stat sheet. It's like vulnerable to ultimatums. Done. Thank you so much.
Indecisive, hesitant to hurt people. Those are his main things.
Nice. Thank you to Liska for dropping 5 gifted subs to the chat. Holy crap, thank you so much, and welcome to all our new subscribers. Please enjoy your new plot of land in the Dead Aussie Gamer Crypt and all of the cool emotes that come with it. All right. That brings us to the level 3 hype train, so we've now got 3 charges on this on the bomb, so there you go. Next up, we have, of course, the whimsical, the handsome, the dapper, and debonair Tim playing the meh Demir.
slightly more.
Hi, Tim.
Good evening, or good day, good afternoon for me.
It's true, it is afternoon. Tim is joining us
All
right
at
now.
once.
Tim is joining us live from London at the moment. Tim, tell us, what's it like in London at the moment?
Sunny, actually. I think that's something. I don't know. Maybe I brought the weather with me because.
Oh, maybe, yeah, that's true.
He's
For those
still
of you who
walking,
don't know,
Yes.
Tim's actually from Perth, like me, in Australia. Recently went to America and stayed in Los Angeles for work, and is currently literally en route back to Australia, and is currently in London playing with us from his hotel room. So thank you for joining us, Tim. I super appreciate that. Tell us a little bit about Demiro, if you would.
A little bit about Demiro.
Just a little bit.
Demiro he comes from a faraway place, came seeking travel and fun and adventure, and managed to stumble across these guys in some random little town with a sign up on the wall saying "Help Wanted." That just sounded perfect. It was in for the adventure of a lifetime, and it may end up being taking our entire life to get out of here in the end. But for some of us, like Vigard, he's been here through several lifetimes already. So, I can't complain, really.
That is true. That is true. All right, and hopefully you will manage to find your way out of Castle Ravenloft one day. And last but certainly not least, playing the role of our changeling cleric, and of course, I'd say ambassador to the infamous Loa, is none other than Esther, played by the wonderful Mac. Hi, Mac.
Hello.
How you doing?
How are you? Oh, I'm okay. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Tell us a little bit about your character.
So, Esther's a sort of very cognizant of everything, very composed, and also very emotionally compromised character who is just trying her best to kind of keep everyone sort of in the right headspace, I guess. Make sure that everyone knows where we're going, what we're doing, and who we are, especially.
And how do you
That's
feel
a
like
lot.
you're doing on that front?
Yeah. That's it.
That well.
That's it.
Okay, good. Excellent. Awesome.
I think
Now,
when
guys,
when she tries to fix one Vagog's brain, she actually fixes every timeline Vagog's brain.
We're doing fine. We aren't dead yet, again, but I did have something that was a bit fun on my side of things.
Yeah, go on.
From my calculations, aka a calendar, this is going to be the last of 3 games where I'm in high school, so that's fun.
Wow,
you
that
gotta
is a-
graduate. Nice.
Congratulations. That's an amazing milestone. All right.
I'm exhausted, so we're good.
There you go. And then you'll be here, and if you're here to the end of university, we'll do something special. We'll do like a childhood trauma or something, and we'll make Vagog like
Yeah.
a child. We'll make Vagog. We'll shrink Vagog into like a small child, and then he has to go through high school as well, and then you can be like there and say, I had to do it, suck it up. All right.
Your next campaign will be in high school. I just
Yeah,
play
that'll
small
be it.
Vagog.
Well, let's get coming in with another huge sub bomb. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. And Kara Ravenclaw, I see you. I see you. Thank you so much. Jay Spites, Forgeling, Liska, holy crap. Where are we at? I can't even see where the hype train's gone. It's gone. It's exploded. Jay Spites
Level
has
3
come in
complete.
with even more. That's it. It's just confetti is
Oh
all
my
over my
God.
screen. All right. I think we've smashed through the level 3 and smashed through level 4 in a single run. All right.
Damn.
Well, while we're waiting for whatever is happening on my screen to settle, holy crap. This is more excited than my kids get whenever they find out the vending machine's broken and giving out free Coke. All right, so while we are waiting for that, guys, as you know, if you're here on the Dead Aussie Gamer channel, then you're not just here to sit here and watch idle. No, you are a part of the action, stepping behind the GM screens with me. Also, Odd Bandicoot, I see you. Welcome in. And I appreciate you being lit here. All right, so entering behind the GM screen, there are a number of ways you can influence the game as we play. There are channel points, which you earn simply from watching the channel or even lurking, which you can use to generate new bosses, do some really, really cool things. Hi, New York GM. Yeah, whole bunch of really, really cool stuff, all in the channel points. So go check those out. Secondly is if you feel like donating to the stream, you can use donations to give the players an advantage or me an advantage. For $5, you can grant everyone you can grant a person a hero point, which allows them to get advantage, allows them to stave off death, petition me for nonsense, stuff like that. Which, by the way, I did see an anonymous $5 go flying past. So please at Dead Aussie Gamer me and let me know what you would want to donate that to, and I will take care of that. For $10, you can grant a plot twist. That means I draw 3 cards from my plot twist deck, and you get to pick one, and it immediately resolves in the game. For $20, you can grant someone the golden nat 20, which gives them a nat 20. For $50, we will boost a buff. I gotta get my tongue around this. You can boost a buff. No, you can buff a boss with a boost. There you go. Got there in the end. Or you can give our players a magic item of your choice. Lastly, for $100, we can generate a secret menu item. Now, the secret menu item for this game is quite simple. Something lurks within the Castle Ravenloft. Something that is hunting our players. It is the Watchdog, a Cerberus, a 3-headed monstrous hound. For the $100, at any point in time, $100 is donated from wherever our group happens to be. That Cerberus will basically appear. So, yeah, if you want to generate a boss battle, basically it's $100, and yeah, a 3-headed wolf comes and starts mauling my group. That's basically it. You want me to do a handstand?
Okay.
All right, hold on 1 second.
Well,
All right, here we go. You ready? You ready?
see-
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna do
Here we
it.
go. Here we go.
He's gonna do it.
Just. Okay. All right. Give me a second. Little more. Just.
He's doing it one-handed.
just-
Is he gonna do it one-handed?
All right.
Huh?
There you go. All right.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. It's a one-handed.
One-handed.
handstand. You happy?
handstand.
You satisfied?
Yeah.
There you go. Nothing to complain about. And if anyone
Look, I
says
can
that I
do it
don't,
too.
anyone says that I don't interact with my audience, they can
Michael,
suck
help
eggs.
me out. Michael, help me out.
I can't help you.
I'm
Out. You're over
kidding.
there. What am I gonna? Look,
I know.
I'm doing this with one hand. Okay, it's already had. Okay. Oh god.
I've got my hand full. You're like,
Alright.
I've got my hand full.
There we go. All right. Okay. Good. There you go. And people say I don't work for my job. All right. Here we go. So. Yes, Esther. Are we playing D&D, Michael? Are we watching you fucking around? Is that the question? Because we will play D&D. I promise. I'm so sorry. Yes.
We'll never get there.
No.
I was trying to. Are we gonna learn about Bray now, or are we gonna? We're gonna learn.
We're gonna
from him?
introduce him. Yeah, Bray's not here yet. We'll find out about Bray in a minute. Yeah, we will. I haven't forgotten about him. Don't worry. All right. So, without any further ado, yeah, I broke everything. It's fine. It's fine. I'm good. Our heroes once again find themselves in the familiar surrounds of Castle Ravenloft. The stone walls that surround them are claustrophobic and cling deeply to our heroes. Having just encountered a suit of armor animated to attack them, with Strahd's very essence poured into it, our heroes fought a grueling battle. Ipselis, who had spent some time wearing and donning the armor of Strahd, had his bones and sinew torn asunder as the joints within the twisted machinations of the armor stretched his body to their utmost limit. Worn and weary, arms sore and aching, Ipselis heads down the stairs, accompanied by the rest of his team. Vigog is probably actually doing pretty well, I think. Having managed to, along with Esther, keep a safe distance from most of the conflict, but lend their aid in magical and supernatural means. Demiro playing a jaunty tune in order to keep spirits high, despite the fact that spirits lurk within the walls here. Argento, also kind of torn and tattered from the battle, follows, always on high alert, along with his compatriot, Sir Tem, an old and former ally who had somehow managed to survive in Castle Ravenloft for the better part of 2 weeks. As you begin to make your way down the flight of stairs, we come to the main chamber. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take a quick moment to behold this map, which was acquired from the Dungeon Masters Guild, or the DM's Guild. You can find it there, and let me post you guys a link here, because this was amazing. And if you guys want a really good map of Ravenloft that isn't isometric, not that there's anything wrong with isometric maps, but if you want your own map of the Curse of Strahd stuff, definitely give this group a look. Holy crap, it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yeah. All right. So, as our heroes made their way down into what looked to be a grandiose and very, very opulent chamber with the symbol of Strahd emblazoned in tiles upon the floor, Ipselis noticed something. Towards the east, a shadowy figure moved through a corridor. The corridor filled with the statues of knights that all seem to flank and line this quite long expanse. And at the other end, a cathedral. A flitter of white and blue, the sound of high-heeled boots. A strange figure wearing a thorny crown. Ipselis has a very familiar sensation and a familiar scent of brimstone and sulfur that follows like perfume. It is here that we continue our adventure, with Ipselis, you seeing this individual at the end of that corridor. All right. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna look around and just ask everybody, did you see that?
See what?
That woman over there, is she perhaps one of the people that you had encountered when you came to the castle before? She seems, I don't know, somehow familiar.
Woman? And then the guy will look down the hallway.
Looking down the hallway, you do not see anything. You see the statues of the knights, but not anything within the cathedral on the other side.
I'm gonna go. Something inside me is just like sort of awakened by that scent. a sort of I reach back to sort of touch where my wings used to be. Like there's something there. Like, come, let's perhaps they could be an ally like Sir Tim.
You describe who you're seeing first. What do they look like? We can
They
see.
look like, as Dag fills in.
If this is
Actually, we don't know anything. Yeah.
You're on
Yes.
mute, Michael.
Dang it. I described everything I wanted to describe. It's yours from this point on.
There's, it was a woman about my height. There's a thorny sort of crown, all in white. Some very distinctive shoes with very, very thin and high heels on them. Can I still hear like the click, 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 click of her stilettos?
You cannot.
I mean, we are in Strahd's castle. They're pretty fancy just from what we've seen from before. But there have also been like monsters and creatures, you know.
Yes, on the matter of monsters, there are still monsters everywhere. I'd like to have
Right.
everyone remember. Honestly, are they really like this? All they do is seem to stand around and jab, 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 jab. He says, looking at Argento.
I'd like to pop into stealth and start following.
Very well. What are you stealthing behind?
I am.
Yeah, that's right.
Going.
Your character doesn't have an invisibility switch. You can't crouch. This isn't Metal Gear Solid.
You're
A monster.
you're
box over it.
Good.
I'm gonna just sort of like be trying to like identify areas that I can sort of like behind the statue and then
Sure. Beautiful.
things like that.
Argento,
my map
I'd
Follow
go
behind
after him,
Ipsalis
yeah.
and just play some music for him. Dun, dun, dun,
Just while pointing at me. This is for Ipsalis.
All right. By the way, hold on. I just need
Just
to see what
helping you
everyone else
sneak
sees.
through the wide open areas.
All right. Let's see. Is anyone? Okay, we got a couple of blind people here. Who's got a torch?
Yeah. I've got dark vision, so I'm good on
you're
that.
I don't have any torches. All my torches got eaten, remember?
All right. Well, the only Sir Tem, Argento, and Demira can see.
Sorry, I'm back.
Um,
Do you have a torch?
What
You
Argento,
I have a torch.
have a torch? Okay.
I have 13 torches.
And
doesn't
look,
Argento also just radiate light? Or no, he doesn't.
Not at this stage.
Okay.
Dag, sorry, will you? My maps for some reason disappeared in the fantasy grounds. Will you pop that up for me again?
There you go.
There we go. Thank you.
All right. Now, as you begin to get closer, Sir Tem makes his way into the next room. He says, "Hold here a moment. There is someone I need you to meet. Come back here. Stop sneaking. You see, I wasn't able to secure my own safety here by myself. It was a long time, and there are actually more than a few individuals trapped within the endless looping halls of Strahd's castle. Vagag, what time is it?"
Looking at my stopwatch or my little clock. I don't actually know what time would it be. What it say?
You say it is roughly 7:45 p.m.
Okay. Around 7:45.
Ah, good,
Nighttime.
excellent. That means he should be over. He walks over to one of the nearby doors. Sorry, not nearby doors, nearby statues, and immediately begins to push on several small stony slats. As he does so, a secret door slides open to the side. Quick, follow me. Don't worry. This will be a place that we can rest up at least a little. And
But that woman is getting away.
Like I
What
said,
woman?
what woman is this?
This,
I mean, are you misunderstanding the statues we saw?
I don't think so. He's gonna sneak forward just a little bit to see if he can see anything, like just in the next. Just gonna stay quiet, just sort of seeing if he can see anything in the next room. Not going to enter, just sort of checking it out.
I'll stay close to Ipsos just so he's not going to a possible ambush. Just stay close to me first.
all right, not a problem.
So you might want to stick close
All right.
as well.
Well, what you can see in the following room is you can see several pews that are kind of a little bit askew in what looks to be the chapel. You look to the left, you look to the right. You don't really see anyone in particular. It appears to be empty and abandoned.
Damn it. Fine. I swear to you, I saw something over there. But yes, we shall follow Sir Tim.
Yes. Come here, quick. Shh. All right, be quiet now. Understand, my friend, he has been here for quite some time. He may startle easily. I don't know.
Startle how?
You may get shot to death. But don't worry, it's been a long time since he's done stuff like that.
It's about as bad as getting nailed in the head by a hammer.
Yes, exactly. See?
Remember when
You
we
understand.
first met? Yeah. So I feel the pain. I gotcha.
All right. Argento, where are you going? Argento?
He's just looking around.
Argento, we need to go this way.
Probably looking for the kitchen.
What is that for?
It's literally the sixth player who's paying to be here on this table right now.
It's
That's a get your ass over here.
I'm in the hall. I'm coming.
He shows you to the secret door that is by the statue. Upon entering, what you see is a small tunnel that makes its way into the cut stone. It looks to be like maybe once upon a time have been a secret treasure chamber that would have housed some hidden wealth of some variety. Now instead, it seems to have a smell of like just kind of rot and like decay, like not of flesh, but like of like wood and like stale dry bread and that kind of thing. As you enter, you find a smoldering fire. Embers kind of burn, kind of on this small campfire. Sir Tem, your gnomish paladin and friend, turns around and says, Bray, are you here? It is I, Sir Tem. No need to be afraid. I come in peace, and I've not been possessed by Strahd. And these are not illusions, nor are they depictions of Strahd or shape-shifted doppelgangers.
That's quite a lengthy introduction. Is that necessary every time?
Well, as I said, he doesn't do well with new people. Bray? Sir Tem steps a little closer in. He pulls out his hammer. Bray, look, last time you jumped me, you know exactly what happened.
Is he dead? Did he die?
Oh, I highly doubt it. He's quite a resourceful fellow, this. He was actually the one who told me about these secret tunnels.
And can we hear or see anything?
At present,
Oh.
no.
Yeah, you are muted.
No,
Sorry.
You are muted.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
I kind of like
Alrighty.
that though, because it's like
There's-
he's just being cautious to like kill the ambusher.
Just crouched in the corner, not
Right.
saying a word.
So of course, after that introduction from Sir Tem, Bray would definitely not trust that, and barely come into the firelight with his longbow drawn and ready. He goes,
Nice.
"It's been too long. How do I know you're telling the truth?"
Look, it's been 3 days at most, and how do you know I'm telling the truth? Well, I am still a paladin. I can still do this. And he casts Lay on Hands on himself, which of course is a holy spell, which would have injured him had he been an undead.
He's a holy undead, and then it wouldn't.
All right, fair enough.
Yes, do you remember we spoke briefly on some compatriots of mine who left me for dead here?
I do.
Yes, this is them.
Well, I didn't leave you
Hello.
for dead. I'm
Oh, yes,
just
plus
meeting
one.
you now.
We didn't leave you for dead. It was an accident. We didn't know we couldn't come back. We were trying to get contact with you.
I'm not going to lie, I went to some dark places while I was here.
Oh, jeez.
But yes, Bray, this
I
is...
saw him crying one night.
I wasn't crying. I was wounded, and I was bleeding tears. This is Esther, Demiro, Argento, and Vagag. That one I'm calling Nutcracker.
But me?
He points at Ipselus, who got into the armor, and in order to get him out, he had to hit him in the nuts a few times with his hammer. I didn't actually catch your name. I'm sorry, sir.
My name is Ipselus, and I would appreciate it if you would leave my genitals alone from now on. Thank you.
Well, don't climb into my enemies.
Vagag just like, good, my name's not Nutcracker anymore.
I feel like these are the beginning lines of something you might see on an OnlyFans site.
Totally what?
Bray's just visibly confused.
No. Do you remember the suit of armor? He climbed into that. I don't know why. Maddest thing I've ever seen. And we've been in Castle Strahd for 3 weeks. Esther.
Also, kind of just noting that Bray seems like very apprehensive towards the situation. She's going to sort of like not walk towards me, but move out the way of the door so it doesn't feel like the exits are being blocked in any sense.
Very considerate.
And just kind of doesn't say anything yet, just lets them get a feel for who we are. I don't think it's a good vibe, but we'll see how it goes.
So you all left my friend for dead then?
Didn't leave him for dead.
Thought he'd be dead.
Well, look,
What?
they haven't quite explained themselves just yet. We haven't had a moment to talk. When I found them, they were besieged by the Strahd's armor.
Just so you know, Neil, I said I thought he'd be dead.
Oh, okay.
Didn't leave him here to die. I just thought he would die while he was left here.
Well, he volunteered to stay behind in case someone needed to open the portal.
Yes. Brave.
And you never returned.
We did.
I'm here
We're
now.
All right, that's true. I opened the portal.
So it wasn't roll yet.
Yes, I opened the gateway numerous times. And I will admit, there was some animosity. But, you know, being here for so long, it's kind of lost its meaning and its importance. And I've managed to meet other friends in this place, such as Bray.
It's very nice to meet you, Bray.
Well,
He'll lower his bow completely and put an arrow back in the quiver. Likewise.
well, I'm thankful to both of you for keeping each other alive as long as y'all been here.
It was definitely a struggle for sure.
mean, we did have a lovely funeral planned for you, Sir Tim.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
I'm sure it would have been lovely. And now, look, we can plan a funeral for each other, because we're all
Yes.
stuck here.
Wonderful. Well, there is the teleportation chamber.
We just got to remember it's only one way. It's not a two-way thing. And no going through the portal we went in before, because that teleported us across Barovia.
Well, there were
I'm
several
sorry.
options.
What-
That was
what-
just one that we chose, yes.
You definitely seem to do very interesting things. Jump into things very quickly, don't you? Are there
That's rich for
some-
someone coming who literally jumped into a suit of armor.
Listen, Sir Tim, I think we've all had enough out of you.
Before we can just continue talking, Ray, is there anything you would like to ask us first? I understand this is a apprehensive situation to meet new folk.
Actually, in Ravenloft.
Well, considering where we are, yes, that it is a bit strange, I will admit. The only thing I can really ask is, have you found a woman here at all?
A woman?
Yes.
I
If
just saw
you-
one. I thought.
If you don't mind that she's got 8 legs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not. I'm afraid that's not who I'm looking for.
It seems to me I did see a woman who was wearing white, which seems like a color one might not necessarily want to be wearing in an environment like this. Very difficult to clean, but also was wearing some very interesting shoes and a crown of thorns.
She was only a model.
That's not
Well,
true.
I'm afraid the woman I'm looking for may be a prisoner, more like. I doubt that he
Irina?
would let her roam around.
Is her name Irina?
Yes.
Oh.
We came looking for her the first time, but we didn't find her.
That's why we were stones which are bringing to different places. I think we made a poor choice. We went farther than we wanted.
Then she's got to be held deeper.
Ipsilus, we heard from her, didn't we?
Yeah, we got a message from her recently, didn't we?
Which
There
one?
was the bird.
I honestly don't remember.
Whenever you went on, there's the
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the raven.
Yeah, there was like, is anyone there? I think I'm safe for now. That message.
There's yes, I absolutely do.
They relay to you a message delivered by Raven. It seemed to come from a friend of the group, Irina, who was the daughter of the burgomeister in the town of Barovia. The message read that she was safe, but something or someone was looking for her.
Well, at least she's safe for now.
Well, in this place, that seems like it could change very quickly.
Well, believe it or not, this is only the 8th room that Sir Tem and I have hidden.
There's 8 others or 7 others.
Oh.
Yes, there are quite a few places, though not all of them were safe. We used to be a group of 4, and we found one of the rooms that we thought was to be a safe house, but Sir Tem gets very quiet.
I would be very much like to find a room to take a break in. I think we all need one after what just happened.
Well, for the time being, this place is quite safe. Well, depending on how long we stay. You see, the chamber above and the chamber below connect to several spider dens, and they try to make passage through this area, but not until at least 11 o'clock.
It was 7:45, so we've got. We can take a short break. We'd be able to take a super long one. What do you
Bray,
guys think?
I know that you're still on your quest to search for your lost loved one here, but I don't suppose you would consider accompanying us. I would hate for us to find the opportune moment to leave the castle and to not have you with us.
Of course. I mean, safer numbers,
Mm-hmm.
and they look like a capable group despite the jumping into a cursed set of armor.
Yes, I have no idea what that was about. That'll warrant some explaining at some point or another, but for now, however...
There was a good plan.
He also jumped into an undead Drago Lich.
What?
I was foiled.
That's not something that should require foiling. It just... I think, yes. Look, I think you're right. Safety in numbers, and at the very least, if things get to the worst, I'm fairly certain that one might get eaten.
I simply think outside the box. Just because you cannot understand my tactics does not mean they aren't sound.
He's a ranger, by the way.
Satem sort of walks over. Satem sort of walks over to you, and just sort of presses like your rib cage just with a finger.
It's very very rude. Don't do that.
Yes. Well, the group is fine. They're they're fine. It's not like they're traveling with undead or anything. They're just there's no crime in being strange.
We all have our own little personal goals as well, but in the end, we're all trying to find a way to take down Strahd. So
then it seems that our goals align.
it seems they do.
Bray joins your party.
Yeah.
Ooh, look at that.
All right, you are going to go in for a long rest with Sir Tem and,
Yes.
And the like being able to look out for you guys while you are resting. Now, during this period of time, we are going to go into what I like to call a campfire scene. Yes, Esther.
No, continue. I was just remembering for myself. This helps.
All right. The campfire scene basically is where I'm going to ask our audience to come up with a question, something that delves into the backstory or the ideas or the values that the characters have, and it is a topic of discussion for the campfire during our long rest. It is an opportunity to regain hit points as well as to get to know each other a little bit better. So if anyone has any questions that are that delve into the stories of these characters, ask them in chat, and we will treat them as we'll pick one and we'll treat that as the topic of conversation for the night. Esther.
I was gonna say, just so I remembered, if we are doing long rest, at some point during it, Esther can ask if she can finish fixing Sir Reinhardt's armor.
Oh yes, that's right. His name is Sir Reinhardt, not Sir Tim. I keep forgetting that he got knighted and has his name now. Yes, Sir Reinhardt. Yes, will gladly accept some repairs to his armor.
I also bring up to the group if there's any items that they would like to use. I have 3 attuned, but I have 4 magic items. I was gonna unattune one to equip that. I just don't know which one I should unattune if someone wants to use one of the items that I have. I've got a amulet of drunkard, which will heal you if you drink booze, but it's like a one-time. It's like, what is it? 1d8 or 4? Oh, it's 4d4 HP when you drink alcohol until the next dawn. Then there's the Pearl of Power that I have. I like to keep that just because it helps me a little bit with casting, but I seem to have a lot more available casting to do. So if someone wants that one to gain additional casting, they can. Or I have a Coiling Grasp tattoo, which will, like, it's basically a tattoo. You've Argento, Demiro, and Esther, you've seen me use it before. The ink that lashes out from my face to kind of grab the targets that I attack with it. I'm okay with parting with any one of those if anyone wants to use one.
I
It's
simply
Bliss and Bree included, so
yeah, I simply need some healing. So yes, I'm going to, as we sit down at the campfire, I'm going to start just sort of mulling over what this could be while I'm sort of continually casting Cure Wounds on myself. While I'm sort of chatting with everyone.
All right. Okay, so. Also, oh no, Mally, no! I've been there. I hope you're okay, but yeah, enjoy working from home for a while. It is very pleasant, I found. The topic of conversation. Let's go with the village of Barovia. Each of you have been there, each of you have visited. Many things have changed over the time that you were there. Tell me, in a short sentence or a short paragraph, what your impression of the people of the village of Barovia was. Starting with Esther. Malakisa coming in with the $45 donation.
wow.
We all know where that's going.
Oh no.
Thank you. The GM is reloaded.
Oh, damn it.
Boom.
So about Barovia, you said the village?
The people in the village of Barovia.
Okay. So, okay, sorry. When we got back there after, well, we came back in a similar manner to how we got back to the castle. It's just sort of sudden magic, but it seemed like most of the people there, the dread was intrinsic to them. There was some part of them that was just content with what was happening. And then there were people who were beyond that. There was Bildraff and Periwinkle and the man with the memories, but it didn't feel great seeing how used they were to the pain. And I don't know if we have any means of changing what seems to be the nature of the land, but if there is any way, I want to help them with that.
All right, Demiro, your thoughts on the people of the village of Barovia?
On the village of Barovia, it seemed like on the whole they were very close to sort of giving up. They may have had hope at one point of being free from Strahd, but that was almost gone. Just the way that any slight things that happen now seem to send them into a spiral down, in which there's a very few of them that we meet that are actually chatty or slightly upbeat. Like the shopkeeper was probably one of the only ones, and he was a little bit crazy as well.
It almost seems like they just can't give up. Kind of don't have a choice, even if their existence is set on it.
Absolutely. There's definitely something a little off about this whole place. Even down in the hells, there's something to get excited about.
It almost seems like everything we come across usually started there or led to something that, led back to there. And the people just kind of don't even know what's going on because it's either secretive or just kind of held in, like they might know, but they don't say anything because they're afraid.
I'm truly curious.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Which god would you like to bless me? I know, like, which
Agma, the god of time. No.
Absolutely. Ogma's great. I do enjoy them quite a bit. Their churches are very interesting, I must say. Sometimes having people answer the prayer before the prayer has been given. They're very lovely.
It's very.
All right, Argento, what about you? What are your thoughts on the people of Barovia?
I've seen this look in people's eyes before. Back in the days of my slave traders living in the foul stench of our ruins. There is no hope. There is no light. Only to look forward to the sweet death that may once come and relieve you from the pain of what you're living. That's what I see when I see the people of Barovia. And that's why I must kill Strahd.
I don't think their hope's all gone. But I do think that this land and its ruler have gotten very, very skilled at making people believe it's all gone. Making people feel like they ain't got no choice left. That's why we probably irritate them so much. We just do whatever we want sometimes. We don't care about what choices they before us.
I know one thing. Masters will entertain for only so long before they grow bored and weary of the game that their subjects play. He will come for us eventually, because like everything else here, we must bow to Strahd or die. That will be the rule that comes. Just when it happens, it's up to Strahd to decide, unless if I get to it first.
If
All
we
right.
ever meet up with Strahd, when you're there taking him on, I'm sure we'll be there right beside you.
Yeah, you can't get rid of us that easily.
We have lots to do before.
And if you try to shake us,
I think we
we'll
can
find
take him on. But if he comes, he comes.
you.
Well, yeah, maybe let's make sure we don't focus on him.
Mhm.
Because, honestly, if we just focus on the idea that we have to get rid of him, and we can't do anything before he's gone, we're just going to leave people in the dust. We just focus on getting his head, everyone else is going to lose theirs.
Mhm.
He's not our focus, and that should irritate him. We have a land to take care of.
Did we ever find out how long this fog has been surrounding Barovia?
Oh, decades.
Okay.
I believe the man with the memories, Mr. I hate how you'll name things, Mr. Crosby. He said it was about 200 years that he's been undead, or at least been in this land specifically.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
it's been a while.
That's right.
I have a question for Bray. I heard my friend here refer to you as looking for family, and you mentioned Irina. Is Irina your family?
Bray will look a bit apprehensive, shooting a quick little irritated look at the paladin. Looks back.
Look, Sir Tem said you're looking for your, what was it? It was like
Loved one.
female.
Loved one. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, loved one. Loved one
That's
can
it.
mean anything.
Loved one. So yeah, so I'll go back to say loved one. Then I'll say, does that mean you're looking? Is she part of your family?
You could say that.
Are you familiar with what's his name? The Lesser
Ismark?
Ismark.
The Lesser.
You.
Ismark. That's it. Ismark. The Lesser.
Yes,
The only thing's a nickname.
I am acquainted with him. How is he, by the way?
Oh, I haven't seen him. I'm not sure.
Yeah. We went to his place, but
we have suspicions that we've run into him,
Suspicions.
and
I just look at the
if it
mirror and
was
just go
indeed
like,
him, then he's not looking too well at the moment. He's not dead, but mostly because he can't die.
I mean, he's just as mortal as I am.
He was.
yes.
Was.
We need the guy. Show him the book. Show him.
Esther, take it away.
Neat. Wonderful.
You know about this, Esther. I'm not very good with this sort of stuff.
Do we want to show him that?
At least don't show him the page of it. We have to tell them. At least show them that the
Yeah.
page exists.
Okay.
Well, let's just say that Ismark is now dancing to his own tune, which is a bit different to what the rest of us are walking.
I'll show Bray the book. And just the one page you said, Esther?
Just the book. Don't.
Oh
not-
yeah, I'll just show him the book, her the book. Or him. I don't know.
Him.
Him,
him.
okay. I'll show him the book. Kind of hold it in front of me.
You're on mute again, Michael.
Thank you. Looking into the pages, you can see that there are scripts written in a handwriting that Bray, you recognize as Ismark's. It seems to follow long and detailed rituals surrounding blood sacrifice, involving a cursed Iron Maiden pulled from Strahd's very castle, blood shed, and a immortal warrior forged with determination and zeal. Each page is almost more cryptic and disturbing than the last. The final page seems to almost be akin to a journal entry as opposed to like a recipe. It simply displays hope, the desire for hope, the hope that someone or something will eventually be brought to light, and Irina will be saved. And that is the last entry.
Uh, Bray's face would go from calm to just absolutely mortified. Tears can be seen forming as he's just staring. What did that idiot do?
I don't know. We've been trying to figure it out. I've been kind of reading into this to see if there's a way to reverse it. Or do it? I don't know. I'm having a hard time figuring it out, though. Did you want to take a look at it again, or did you want to hang on to this?
Would Bray understand what this ritual does?
Only by legend. It's really supposed to be more of a rumor than anything else, but if it came to pass, what it would do is it would basically shrink back everything you were, everything you are, to its barest minimum, until all that was left was your desire to fulfill whatever that mission was, be it good or evil. There was no turning back from it.
Bray just shakes his head. I don't. If he did what I think he did, I don't think there's any coming back from it.
And there's always a chance, but you could be right. I'm still gonna keep looking into it.
As they're saying this, I'm just gonna sort of like perk up and just be like, saying there's no way to come back from something, I think is very silly. I used to be murderous in the extreme, trained since childhood to just destroy my enemies over and over and over again. And I have become quite a amenable chap who has murdered very few people each day since I've gotten to Barovia. It is, it is possible. Let us not be dismissive.
But you didn't start like that. So you would have had to start like this, become the murderous intent to you, and then come back to this. That's what he's saying. There's no way to reverse him back to his Ismark self.
Well,
I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure out, though. Still,
there's always a way back.
Unless you were a human before you were a devil.
No,
I think.
As you're gonna pop, I'm gonna look at Bray and Reinhardt. A part of him there. Before we left, before we knew if it was him or something else, I brought his mind to a place of peace. I have magic with memories. I let him go to a place where he had a good memory, and he looked at some sort of bird, a wooden bird on above a fireplace, and he's still there. Some part of him still remembers who he was and what brought him peace and happiness.
Thank you for telling me.
Of course. This isn't information we want to keep from you.
You can say Ismark and I were close. Same with myself and Irina. That is why I'm here, to rescue her. In the end, as you were talking about hope earlier, I do believe she's the hope that the people have.
Looks like we have even more reason to save her now.
Well, if we can figure out what she did with those ravens, maybe we can even get in contact with her. But I don't want to do anything that would risk her right now.
Do we have any idea if you said that there were several places that we could hide in the castle. Have you created some sort of route between them?
Between some of them, yes. Others have been blocked off, either by monsters or just the route got too dangerous, too predictable. I've had to start changing up which rooms I head to lately.
And have you run into Irina or anyone else that might be helpful for that matter?
Just the group that Sertem and I were with before they met their demise.
Yeah. Well, I would prefer that we not do that. Can we all be in agreement about that?
For sure.
But for now, we plan on getting rest and moving. I would greatly prefer not to be here when spider folk get here.
True.
The what? The what now?
Michael, while we've been sitting here talking, I swapped out the amulet of drunkard for the ring that I got from the other Vagogs.
All right, very well.
No one said anything, so I'm just gonna do that.
All right. Well, for the time being, you have plenty of means to rest and recuperate. You'll be able to endure a long rest, moving from this place through a network of corridors to another, you know, briefly trying to avoid various dangers.
Yeah.
Thanks to the guidance of Bray, who is way more familiar with the goings-on behind the curtain, as it were, you eventually make it back after your 8-hour cycle. And find yourselves.
Also, if so, do you still want the slippers? The spider climbing?
4.
Oh, that would be wait, I think I actually already have it just above table. I think I already have a climb speed because of my class. There's I can't remember exactly where it is. Strahd, maybe. No, it's not that. But I'll take them for now if nobody else wants them. They would be great for. Oh yeah, I can run across the ceiling and shoot people from the ceiling. Just drop on them. Drop on top of them. As we are sort of chatting and existing, I would love to find out a little bit more about Bray. Just so you do I notice how pale Bray is?
I mean, yes, you can kind of see.
Since I've done some traveling, there's is there would I recognize sort of what Bray is?
Bray, what is your race?
Bray's human.
Okay. Just very, very pale.
He's specifically from Barovia.
Okay. All right. There's does the mist block out the sun completely?
I think it's more of a family thing that causes his pale complexion.
Oh, that's quite an interesting morphological trait. What's it caused by?
It's just how we are.
Wow. Yeah. Well, delightful. There's how did you end up in Castle Ravenloft?
I've found ways to get in. Unfortunately, getting in is easier than getting out, as I'm sure you are aware.
I mean,
Unfortunately,
I am not. This is my first time ever being in the castle. I've only recently come to what's this, Barovia, as it were, and through really no fault of my own. There's so yeah. I mean, as lovely a castle as this is, it does seem a bit ominous most of the
Yeah.
time.
Well, you can thank Strahd for that.
It's scarier than the Nine Hells.
It's not. Uh, the hells are only scary if you don't know what they're all about. Once you have learned, once you've learned how to deal with devils, which is simply to have conversations with them, most of the time, that you're fine, as long as you know the right sort of phrases to use to indicate to them that you have a powerful patron, or that they should respect not necessarily you, but the people that you work for, or that there may be retribution if they harm you, things like that. Absolutely. It's quite simple, really, to navigate your way through it.
The guy's gonna write that in like kind of like an empty page of the spell book, just because I'm assuming there's a bunch of empty pages. And just be like as a notebook, just be like, defeat demons by conversation. That's all he writes.
apples be very close. Definitely.
Delivered the
Did you-
banana bread, Argento.
Did someone say banana bread?
I need to deliver banana bread.
It's about 2 months old. Or 2 weeks old.
I'm sure he'll eat it. It's
As
from
soon
his
as you
mother.
say banana bread, you see just some tears start welling up in Celis's eyes as the memory of his fruit babies comes to the surface.
Silence wizard. Michael's been attacked by the silence wizard.
God damn it. There you go. Alright. So, as you make your way to the final resting point, just before you leave, Bray hands each of you a small salve. Bray, you have one as well. This is the salve from the hype train earlier on today. Each of these salves contain 4 doses of a curative that will remove a condition from you. Now, keeping in mind, this will not affect a physical condition like grapple, trip, or whatever, but things like poison, burning, all these sorts of things, disease, whatever, will be affected. Now, as you creep out this particular door, you find yourself caught in a corridor, a very narrow corridor between 2 large doors. Bree, you know that to the west there is a stairwell leading up and down, which you normally take, but you don't know what lies to the east. You've explored much of the castle, and there are many things that twist and turn you around. So, as far as your bearings go, this is as good a place to start as any. The scene is yours, gentlemen and lady. What would you like to do?
Immediately, I'm gonna try to stealth into this. I'm gonna go sort of duck over next to one of these little statues here.
While Ipsis does that, I'm gonna look to Argento and ask, Argento, you kind of went on your own little journey when we were here when you met Murray. When you met Murray, does any of this look familiar to you?
It
You
does
went a
not.
bit
No,
further than-
actually, I never really left the lower floors. I just sort of explored down there.
I don't think any of us ever got here either.
Ipselis, make a perception check.
Perception.
Yep.
All right. Let's see if I can. My rolls have been crappy of late. Okay, 20. 20. All right.
All right.
What do I see? Something amazing.
Nothing. You see absolutely nothing.
I feel like that's very rude of you.
But I will give you an insight check.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do it. I will take this insight check. I'm not nearly as good at insight, but I got a natural
my
one.
gosh.
I am still so upset about the fact that you made goddamn banana bread in front of me.
All right.
Mine doesn't have any
I can't
face
get
left.
over it.
Pretty delicious.
Cool.
As you're eating it, I just sweep it.
I hope you choke. All right. Cool.
It's cool. It's very cool. It's just cool. It's just what you want. It's cool.
All right. The rest of the party may make a perception check, except for Ipselis.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh boy.
I'll try, even though I got a 0.
Yay!
9. Nope.
My God. I got the best perception. And okay, so apparently no one's gonna see shit. Maybe. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Demiro.
wow.
Coming in clutch.
All right. Cool. So, Demiro, you are the only one to notice. Wait, actually, I should probably roll for Satem. Where are you? Satem? There we go. Actually, no, I should probably rename you. Sir Reinhardt. There we go. Sir Reinhardt's perception is not ideal.
Oh.
Nope, he sees nothing. All right. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. What?
Oh,
Okay, well, I wasn't expecting it right there, but I guess that's happening. Well, let's get through point A, and then we'll get through point C. In a moment. All right, so
wait.
let's start with the fact that Demiro, what you see is the statues that were in this room, the two of them. One of them appears to have Ipselis by the throat, holding him up against the wall where he can't breathe and he cannot speak. He was lifted so silently that the only reason why you noticed that Ipselis is up there is simply because it kind of caught your attention.
Is it silence where he's not speaking for once?
Well, yeah, exactly. It's like why? How is Ipselis so quiet? Where's he gotten to? And then you look up and he's there just. All right, Ipselis. Let's see what happens here. Now the statue. Now every time this statue moves, you watch as like fragments of the stone sort of break and snap as they kind of look down towards you. Now let's just make this real quick as we get advantage on that. Oh, no, I didn't roll with advantage, but that'll still hit. But let's see what happens with that one as well. So there we go. All right. That's fine. So that's still a hit. All right, Ipselis. The statue, which of course appears thusly to our lovely, lovely audience so that they can see and enjoy all of the fineries that come with our wonderful sponsor, Hero Forge, and all of the cool things we can do here.
Now, we haven't come to loot the place, Ipselis. You really should stop playing with the statues.
Is there any way to can I actually like pull out a weapon and try to shatter its arm?
Well, right now it is choking you out. I mean, yeah, I guess. Just bear with me while I put this guy.
I mean, I absolutely feel that, and it's my impulse is to defend myself against the.
Oh, yeah,
I'm assuming that I'm aware that this is not a regular statue at this point.
A little bit, yeah. It's just you got a little inkling, like a tiny little inkling that maybe This is not a regular statue.
Something is slightly amiss here.
All right. Okay, but however, Demiro, you're the only one who has noticed. What do you wish to do with that information before we fly into a combat scenario?
Well, I mean, I'm guessing everyone else has looked over when I
Nope.
made the comment.
Oh yeah, when you made the comment, you know, they kind of looked around for Ipselis. They haven't noticed him until you point him out.
Well, we gotta get him down.
Cool.
I mean, he's a lot stronger than I am, so I'm guessing he can probably get himself out of that better than I could help him with it.
We're all able to see him.
All right.
Did you point him? Perfect. Okay, we can see him. Perfect. Okay.
There you go. There we go. And then I will move me a little bit across. There we go. All right. So, yes, Ipselis has been captured. We're going to go into initiative and fly.
Are we still in the safe space, or did we leave the
No, you've
area
left
now?
the safe space.
Okay. I was about to say, I thought you said this place was safe.
All right, Vigag, you are up first.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, I'm going to attempt to run over to Ipsilis, and I'm going to kind of get underneath him, trying to kind of grab his feet and lift him up so he's no longer choking by hanging from it. Because I'm not strong, but at least I can try to lift him up so he's not suffocating. Or at least, you know, so he's not just hanging by a hand, you know,
Like a
off the
choker,
ground.
less than just like they're being hung. So it's like.
Yeah, that's
he's
what,
he's probably choking because it's grabbing him by the neck more so than because it's also lifted him up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take the Vigog bar stool to stand on.
All right. Yeah. So yeah, Vigag, you step underneath. He steps on your shoulders. Yeah, he's still just sort of crushing your throat more than anything else.
Okay. I'll try and smack the arm with the quarterstaff that I've got.
All right, make your attack.
It's a 20.
All right, you hit. Deal your damage.
That's 6 damage. Or 3
6.
damage.
All right. Yep, that'll be 3 damage. The stone, even though you hit it and you're fairly confident the way it moves, it's some sort of flesh and blood creature. It feels like stone as it smacks against it, dealing some damage, but more like a glancing chip.
Yeah.
Anything with your bonus action?
I don't think I have any bonus action things right now. So let's see. Yeah, I think I'll be done for now.
Cool. Bray, it is your turn.
Alrighty. So I can see the gargoyle obviously, and it's like within my line of sight for my longbow then.
Yep.
Not too close.
Yep.
Alrighty. Then Bray will knock an arrow and fire, and I believe I get my sneak attack advantage because Vigog and Ipsilis are there, right?
I think sneak attack flanked needs.
No, so in 5e sneak attack, you just need to have an ally.
Oh, okay,
within
cool.
5.
Yeah, then go nuts.
Yep.
Go nuts.
Alrighty. See if I remember how to do this.
Cool. That
I am going to use my chronal shift as a reaction and just kind of reverse the natural one.
All right, the arrow flies out, and as it soars through the air, it stabs Ipselis in the eye and goes into his brain. Ipselis dies.
Absolutely.
As this happens, however, you watch as Vigag goes, uh-oh. And the arrow flies out of the head and then back into your hand as you get to take another shot.
Alright.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
That's a lot better.
Solid
Okay.
hit.
Perfect. Just drop all these on top of it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fun. That's good times.
Beautiful. All right. The blow pierces into it, leaving a deep gash. But again, the stony surface is still quite resistant to the attack, but it is still quite partial and quite injured. All right. Anything with your move or bonus?
I'll use my bonus to I think that should be fine. That'll be it.
All right. Next up is Reinhardt. Reinhardt steps forward, and as he does, he says, "All right. Well, I guess we should get started. Are you Argento? Which one do you want? Neither. We're letting him die.
One.
What?
Either one.
Either one?
Fine.
Oh, do you want a
Fine.
rock paper scissors? I mean, I'll get the other one. You get one.
All right, I'll take this one that's crushing. Get to
Okay, I'll take this one. You watch as Sir Tem makes his way. Sorry, Sir Reinhardt makes his way over to the other side. As he does, he then casts Wrathful Smite upon himself.
Here.
And he says, "By the power of all the light, I channel unto thee. Break upon the bulwark of my strength, and no pain like no other." And he misses. "Shit," he says, as he then tries again.
As soon as Tim pulls out
Double
their
shit!
hammer,
Double
Uh,
shit.
Isolus just to cover his junk. They
Yep. Yep. You're just in reflexive, like you do the Michael Jackson thing, like.
Oh!
All right. Yeah. So Reinhardt has not done anything as he has swung his hammer. Yes, he is next. Demiro, it is your turn.
So what are these things? Any way to figure out? Do we know what they are? They're recognizable?
I would say they're pretty recognizable as gargoyles. These are sturdy gargoyles, so they're a little bit tougher than your regular gargoyles. You can probably tell that immediately from like how they're reacting to physical damage.
Right. Okay. I will try and get Gargoyle, Sturdy 1 to release Ipsalus by casting Hideous Laughter on it.
Ooh, very nice. All right,
I
drop
want
the
to
saving
hear
throw
what
on our
gargoyle-
gargoyle.
And here we go. Why can't gargoyles move during the day? Because they're too stoned.
And he fails. The
Yeah.
gargoyle begins to laugh and is now incapacitated due to the incredible humor exhibited by Demiro. They get another save, so could you drop another save on them, which will happen at the end of his turn?
Sure.
Nope, he's still laughing his butt off. The second gargoyle is going to take a bite and a claw at Sir Reinhardt with a hit biting into him and a claw slashing into him as well.
Oof.
Yeah, Reinhardt takes Reinhardt takes max damage from both hits.
Oh no!
And yeah, that's what happens there as we go to Esther.
Okay, so this is a quarter, and we said we don't know what lies beyond it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's this room here, by the way, just so that we have a clear understanding. This is the direction
Got it.
that you guys haven't been before.
Okay. Let's see. What is that spell called? I've seen that Ipsos has been freed. I'm just gonna kind of shout out to everyone. We need to think quick. Are we moving now? We've trying to fight these things. Do you want to go forward?
If we go forward, they could just chase us, the gargoyles, so they can jump off these pedestals.
Actually, Bray, looking at Bray in particular, because you've seen bunches of these gargoyles, they actually can't leave their platforms. The ones outside can, but the ones inside can't.
Yeah. Bray will relay that to them. Actually, they're stationary. They'll just wildly swing at the air, but we don't know what's on the other side of that door either.
Oh, I'm down for getting out of here then, because
We do know what's the other way.
we could go that way. We could keep going this way. But yeah, I'd say I'm at least gonna get. When my turn comes around, I'm gonna get Ipsos away from this thing.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
already
just-
away from it.
Okay, you're just saying on my shoulders.
Yeah, well, it can't be. I haven't had a turn yet, so there's...
Yeah.
Okay. Then if I'm just gonna tell everyone just to move into to space where they can't reach you. Get out of their range once you can. And I'm going to get right in front of the door. I want to use first before we open the door, just to get at least a basic idea of what may be there. I want to use my Eyes of the Grey feature. I'm just gonna put a hand on the door and just see if there's anything beyond it that is undead.
No, nothing beyond the door is undead.
Okay. And I don't know if doing all that was for planning motion, so I don't know if I can open the door yet. But she's basically just getting ready.
You can open the door if you like. It's part of a move action.
Okay, perfect.
Do you open the door?
She's gonna basically kind of back into it, so that her back's on the door, and she's kind of looking in first, having a hand on it.
Mm-hmm. So you're not opening the door.
No, I am. I'm just saying that's how she's
Just a
opening it.
peek.
She's kind of leaning back and holding the door, so that she's looking at everyone, but she can look behind her to see what's behind in the room.
Oh,
But
okay. I
there's
see what you're saying.
He's holding the door open for us so we can just run through.
All right.
Yeah, but just checking what's
And
not
also-
even not open all the way, but yeah, opening it. Just
All
seeing
right. So
what's
kind of like that, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Kind of in the threshold.
All right. In this room, dust immediately assaults your lungs. A sweet yet pungent smell of decay fills this room. In its center, a long oaken table, a blanket of dust covering the tabletop, as well as fine china and silverware, which lies smashed to pieces. A large, multi-tiered cake leans heavily to one side, having turned green with age. Cobwebs hang through most of this area, lying tattered on the floor. You could see a single doll figure of a well-dressed woman adorns the crest of the cake. Suspended above is a chandelier covered in webs as well, forged from iron. An arc to the window illuminates this entire room, with heavy curtains draped over the wall. Resting in a wooden stand by the window is a dusty lute, and standing quietly in the southwest corner appears to be a harp. On the table itself, you see a three-headed beast.
No, who did that to us? Who did it?
Thank you so much for the $100 secret menu order, and as promised, we serve our secret menus with a little spice. We have our Cerberus ready and willing. I actually don't know who sent it. It's basically the name was "Don't kill the dog." was the request. Don't kill the dog as bought from the secret menu. Therefore, we have instigated the secret
Wait.
menu.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah.
Wouldn't Esther be chill with this?
I mean, maybe it depends on how you feel about it. Hold on,
Well,
let me
the general
get rid
idea of
this
it being
gargoyle
just a
real quick.
guardian of the underworld, and then just being chill with the idea of like death transition in general. Just like, oh, hi, puppy.
Oh yeah,
I'll know
this
you.
is definitely death
Yeah,
has
this is
come
definitely
for
cool.
you.
Yeah, this is comfort. This is comforting. Honestly.
Yeah. So anyway,
But, is it more the case that there was a Cerberus who was guarding the underworld, but not every Cerberus is doing so?
Yeah, so, like, is that like Cerberus species, or is this the Cerberus?
well, the species is known as the Cerberi. Let's start with that. So multiple of them are called the Cerberi. Cerberus
Okay.
was, I think, the progenitor and the oldest. So I'd say there. This is definitely one of the underworld Cerberi. You just probably not the Cerberus.
No.
I don't imagine I'd ever stat that guy. But nonetheless,
Well, it makes sense that like there would be many entrances to the underworld, and so you could have multiple Cerberus.
yeah.
You know.
We'll
Now-
get an insight bonus.
Yes, we have 2 insight bonuses actually. We have 1 insight bonus from Nixolotl and 1 insight bonus from Odd Bandicoot. So let's go through these insight bonuses super fast. Number 1 is you are literally caught between a rock and a hard place. That's just my appreciation for you. Like, it's just funny. Number 2 is Cerberus are effectively hunting creatures. They specifically seek to hunt out and stop creatures from doing things. There are ways to behave like you are not prey without acting like predators. The Cerberus is still a wild animal, despite being incredibly dangerous. And there are certain things you can do in order to at least waylay an attack. That is the insight bonus that you will get from Odd Bandicoot in regards to the Cerberus. The insight bonus from Nixolotl will go towards the gargoyles. The information that they are stationary and will not pursue is only part of it. The other part is that these are ambush gargoyles, meaning that as soon as you leave the room and close the door, they will reset and they will basically just go back to their passive state. They don't hunt, they don't chase, they don't sit there and, kind of kick the dirt and wait for you and ambush you later. They go back to hiding. So as soon as you all leave the room, they're out of combat fundamentally. So that is the insight check from Nixolotl. So thank you both for the channel point donations. And, all right, let's continue and see what happens.
Wait, if I just have the door open, I just...
Oh, yeah, no, you've just opened the door. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm just...
Can the Doge fit through the door? Yes, the Doge can fit through the door.
I just don't have time to say anything. I just kind of like, you see me go like, hi.
Yeah, just you feel words get caught in your throat. What was that? Sorry. Okay, sorry. So, Odd Bandicoot, again, there are methods in which one can appear like they are not prey without looking like you are trying to be a predator. So that is my clue to how to deal with the Cerberus. Is basically your best bet is to try to not look like prey, but also not look like a predator. Focus on that, and you might be able to at least buy some time. If you fail to do so, it'll likely lunge into the room, and then you have the gargoyles and the creature to deal with. As for the gargoyles' insight bonus, you know that as soon as you leave the room, they'll go back to being statues. All right. It is now Argento's turn. Oh, sorry, I should have mentioned, the Cerberus are on the table. They're eating and pulling apart some rotten meat. When the door opens, one of them sort of peeks its head up and looks over towards Esther. The other two are still fighting over some bones.
All right. Yeah, seeing this, I'm going to. I think with my first action, I want to get Sir Reinhardt and get him out of the. Pull him back towards the middle of the room.
All
Get him away
right.
from the
Yeah,
gargoyle.
Reinhardt's not gonna protest. He'll kind of go
Yeah,
with you.
So just grab him, pull him, and then I just want to slowly try to make my way. Are they on the middle of the table? And they're looking right down the middle of the hall. Is that correct?
Who? These two guys?
The Cerberus.
The Cerberus. Yeah, it's looking at Esther more for first and foremost.
All right. So what I'll do is I'll try to. I'll just move as close to the wall as I can get and try to get out of its line of sight.
I'm not
Just
gonna lie
tell
to you.
Tim to sort of.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie
It's
to you.
got all this.
Yeah, its line of sight is pretty much everyone but Ipselis at the moment.
Well, if that's the case, then I'll take. I'll just take Sir Tim and move him towards the back and just sort of stay at the back and get ready to sort of open the door so everyone can run past. I'll go to this side.
All right.
Tell everybody to come to the door.
All right. As you begin to make your way back, you hear this low, resonant growl coming from. It almost sounds like stone rubbing against each other, with a sort of a canine drawl to it. Let's see. Do we have any? Ooh, yeah. Let's try that one. Where are we at? All right, here we go. All right, let's try this. No, not quite. Not quite. I want to find just the right sound for... Ooh, maybe this one. Yes. All right. Here we go. All right. As you begin to back up, the dog growls yet again, teeth snarling, sinew and blood dripping from its jaw as it snaps the bone that it's eating and looks down in your direction. All right. No one has done anything to cause it to leap yet, but the one head is eyeing you warily. All right. Ipselis, you are now free.
Okay.
The one next to you is stunned. What do you do?
So I have. Do I see Esther's reaction to this?
It is borderline like shock.
Okay. So
quick, I'm gonna get my face back
as
down.
as I see as I'm gonna sort of like just take a quick look into that room to see what everyone's so shocked with. And what I'd love to do is because my my favorite enemies are both undead and fiends, would I have any insight into an underworld Cerberus? I think you're.
Still muted.
You're muted again.
Wizard of Silence.
Sorry. All right. I'll say they're not fiends in the traditional sense, but I will give you a history check.
Okay.
Also,
right.
Dak, how quickly is she able to get her face back from like the shock?
Sorry, is who?
Esther, is she able to go back, or like would that take a second? I didn't know if you wanted me to wait to show her reaction, or if you wanted her to just sort of stay for a second.
Oh, yeah, no. If you have a specific reaction, I just went. The state of shock is what happens in the span. Because keeping in mind, the reaction's kind of in the 6-second bracket.
Right. So she is definitely very shocked at first, but she just kind of like her grip kind of shrinks on the door, but then she kind of loosens it a bit and turns to like fully, like just being not really in a stance, but just sort of very straight face, like very straight stature.
All right.
And
So you're trying to keep still. You're kind of like Jurassic Parking this. Nobody move a muscle.
Getting ready
vision's
to move
based on
backwards,
movement.
though.
And I got an 18 on my history.
18 on your history. All right. Let's share some information about the Cerberus. Three-headed Cerberus dwell deep within the underworld. Terrifying and cunning, they guard portals between the wards of the underworld. Eberos's greatest treasures and other noteworthy souls who might attempt to escape the realms of the dead. Three-headed Cerberus commonly serve demons, but if left to their own devices, they will herd wily souls into the labyrinthian underworld wilderness and hunt them for sport. Feared by the living and the dead alike, they patrol the banks of the Tartarix River. These multi-headed hounds of the underworld breathe gouts of molten rock that sear and imprison those who trespass on the borders of life and death. Most Cerberus have boundless hunger for flesh, especially the flesh of humanoids. Villains have been known to exploit that hunger, luring Cerberus away from the river and setting them loose upon mortal settlements. Or in this case, luring them into a castle and setting them upon the non-undead, non-gargoylian counterparts who make it to this level.
Okay. I would like to, since I know of these things, like I would love to do an animal handling check to see if I can get them to just sit, just be there.
Very well. Ipselis, we're gonna move you to here.
I've seen these before.
Have you seen them before? You've I'd say no. You've never seen one in person.
Okay, all right. You know, I have heard about these. They do enjoy good humanoid flesh, but it seems like they've got some right now. I'm going to essentially try to just get them to see us as like one of their masters, to be able to send them where they go, just sort of in an authoritative voice, you know, what are you doing? Sit now. Sit. Yes.
Oh no.
Are you moving past me, Ipsilis?
Oh no, I'm just gonna try to do this from the door. Like there's ready to just try to calm them down, and this is essentially trying to do the insight check, seeing us not as prey but also not as a predator, as someone who's just sort of an alpha.
I was just gonna back up, man.
All right, make make an animal handling check.
All right, with a 15.
Wait, where's the 15? Oh, there it is. Sorry, I have it on birthday. Okay, a 15. All right.
Come on, man.
For cinematic purposes, the Cerberus steps forward. Other people will have time to move away. But as it moves forward, the two on the left and the right swallow the chunk of meat that they have. And as Ipselis reaches out, How to Train Your Dragon style, and like telling him to sit.
No, why? No, Ipsilis. Stop.
All right, here we go.
Oh no.
This comes down to this.
You've got a spare hand, right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh.
You're just reaching out from behind me. It's like, don't worry, Esther. It'll be fine.
Oh.
Not doing too bad.
Come on.
Oh.
We're not quite there. Each head gets advantage.
Oh.
Stop it, Michael. You stop it.
You're doing well.
Okay, there's one head.
No, you've got two heads so far. You've managed to calm two heads. This is the
Oh
last
my
head.
God!
Oh my god, okay. Okay.
Oh, okay. So while the two heads seem calm, the last head does not. This is the one that wasn't eating. This is the one that's been alert this whole time.
Do I have a hero? Is the red one a hero point, or is it?
It's the red one's a hero point.
Can I use that?
You can use it to re-roll if you think you can get higher.
Oh.
You'll take the higher regardless.
Okay. All right, then I will absolutely use my hero point.
All right. All right, go for it.
Succeed.
Make another animal handling check. You need to beat 19 to get this head.
You need a 12, or no, you need a 13.
Does anybody have anything that can help me out with that? I hope.
Nope.
Maybe?
I was just gonna start backing up, man. I was gonna start backing up. I don't know what you're even doing back there. I'm
depends
like,
whether I
hand on the
can
door, you're
throw in a.
Oh,
Oh,
my
no.
God.
You know what?
That's what I can
Last
throw in
chronal
bonus
shift.
action.
I'll use a chronal shift.
All right, re-roll it again, Ipselis.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
Come on.
No, wait.
Ah! Damn it.
Cool.
Damn.
I'm gonna burn my nat 20,
Uh-huh.
What?
and as I do so, with zeal, a massive set of jaws chomp down on Ipselis's arm. Pick a
Am
number
I able to
between.
push him out the way in?
Sorry, what was that?
Am I able to push him out the way any?
It depends. Do you want to take the crit that I'm about to deal to him?
Oh my God.
Oh,
Mister
Okay.
could cancel the crit.
As these jaws.
Oh,
as
hold on,
these
wait.
jaws-
Let me get to Esther first, real quick. Esther, yay or nay?
It's like, that's so much noise. I'm sorry. one
No.
second.
I'm gonna cancel that whole thing because as these jaws start aiming at me, I just disappear.
No, you don't get it. Yeah, wait, is that a reaction?
Yes, it is. There it is.
All right, in which case they are gonna hit Esther instead.
Damn it!
oh no.
All right, Esther,
Yes.
that is
Whoa.
28 points of damage, and I need you to give me a number between 1 to 5.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, no, no.
Don't-
No,
Don't
nothing,
worry.
nothing to apologize for. Ipselis, as he is, as the Cerberus attempts to chomp at him, goes incorporeal, meaning that there is nothing for them to grab onto except Esther, who is standing next to him. All right, what'd you pick? 1 to 5.
I gotta head off, guys.
Yep, no worries.
See you next time.
Yeah,
Bye,
me
Tim.
too.
Bye.
Okay, it was just 3. Just
Bye,
3.
Ipsis.
Okay, so
It's
3.
fine. It's fine.
Bye,
All
Kyle.
right, I'm gonna keep that here. It is going on my shelf, and ladies and gentlemen, that is where we're gonna conclude today's
Ah!
session. So that is now saved. The
Oh,
card is
no.
now saved. I haven't even looked at it yet. Okay, hang on.
Thank you
we'll,
all.
no worries. Okay, I need to change our scene real quick. So let's go to here. There we go. Now hopefully the
Oh,
credit
yeah.
screen will work. Of course it does. There we go. That's fine. All right. So a big thank you to, of course, my
Ahoy.
wonderful players
Ahoy!
for
Thanks.
today. Thank you, of course, to our wonderful new player, Marcus. Thank you for joining us. We hope that you had a wonderful time today.
Oh yeah.
It is an amazing cliffhanger. What is going to happen to Esther? What is going to be on the crit card? Even I don't know. Again, I haven't even looked at it. This is going into a little tiny box that I've got here, saved for later. Yes, no, the Cerberus is now at large. The Cerberus can't hurt incorporeal creatures. Actually, that's a good point. That's a very good point, AK. I'll reassess that in a minute, actually. Because, yeah, you don't actually disappear. You just become ethereal, don't you?
He's not here anymore.
Yeah.
He disappeared when he realized he wasn't gonna be hurt.
Oh, there you go. Oh, look at that. Okay, well, we'll have to see that later.
There we go.
But thank you so much for joining us. Again, a huge thank you to our sponsors, Hero Forge, Fantasy Grounds, and Sirenscape. Without you, obviously, the shows wouldn't be as spectacular. And thank you to, of course, OBS for screwing up my freaking subtitles on my freaking credit screen. I have no idea how to fix that. I'm going to work on that. So that should be telling everyone who donated and stuff. I'm going to turn that off because that's just distracting at this point. All right, so we are going to go and raid because that's what we love doing. We love sharing all of our awesome fun with folks. And if you want to watch more of Ipselis, let's see, Playnerd Allies is doing stuff right now. So we're going to go raid into them so you can keep watching. And anyone who wishes to, please feel free to inform Kyle that, hey, maybe that crit won't be for Esther after all. Maybe it'll be for him, given that these things eat ghosts. So there you go.
Yeah, let's
We'll leave it to our imaginations. We'll figure it out by next week. What am I doing next? Next up is Friday's game. So be sure to tune in for that, where we are going to be traveling back to the realm of Pathfinder and playing in our Asian-inspired TTRPG, where our group of heroes are trying to overthrow an Oni daimyo. Lots of fun there, and we'll also be joined by Neil.
Hello.
And then, yeah, back to our regularly scheduled programs. Thank you once again for joining us. Thank you to all of the people who donated. Thank you to everyone who contributed, whether it was through points, whether it's just by spending your morning here. It's always a pleasure. Until we meet again, as always, from me to you, game hard or die trying. Bye, everyone.
Bye.